Hey guys, just gonna give it a couple seconds for whoever to join. Hope everyone's having an amazing weekend, starting it off strong. So it says the connection's a bit weak. Hopefully it's not too weak so you guys can't hear me. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah, I'm actually at the Hilton Metropole near Edgewood. It's pretty nice location. But yeah, guys, what I wanted to talk to you about today, super important notion, which I think we forget to do, and it was just so great yesterday doing it. And again, today I'm at this personal development event, and it just got me fired up again. And just reminded me that I wanted to share this with you because yesterday I basically reflected over my 2016 year, and I realized just how much I'd accomplished this year, you know. And I think it's important that we take the time to do that, you know, that you go and you see what you've done this year. And, you know, I people say this, they always, acknowledge it, and they're like, yeah, sure. I've done okay this year and it's fine. But I'm saying going sort of like month by month and looking, what did you do in January? What did you accomplish in February? What friends did you see? When did you get to do cool trips? Where did you go traveling? What did you accomplish career-wise? In your relationships, in your friendships, in whatever it might be, health, exercise. What did you accomplish this year? What can you be proud of this year? I feel like we're quite often quite harsh on ourselves, and that's quite easy to do. But then sometimes, it's also nice to say, what have I actually done well this year? And it's taking that time, putting it aside and actually doing it. Sitting, what's useful is sitting down with someone who you know quite well, who's been there along that journey that year, and just looking back. And, we're always so focused on the future, so we're saying, let's plan 2017, let's do that, but let's also look back. Let's look back at everything that you've accomplished. So take the time and even if you're thinking at the back of your mind, what have I accomplished this year? If you actually go through that process of figuring out what it is you've done, you'll find out you've done a lot more than you can imagine. And that should give you more stimulus to push yourself for 2017 as well, So just asking yourself simple questions such as, what have I accomplished this year, which was great? What did I do really, really well? That's question number one. And think about it, and then just work it out. Go through the months and figure out what did you do really well. Second question, what could I have done better? Sometimes less easy to answer. What are the things which you let yourself down about? So how could you improve there? Jordan's just saying, looking at the brighter side. Tell it like it is, Nick. Yeah, exactly. I feel like we are always constantly looking, at the negative side, seeing what we could have done better. But let's also flip that around. Let's say, what did you do this year which was amazing? And in whatever way, how did you stand up for what was important to you? How did you serve people in your way? How did you treat people amazingly from a context that you could do it in? It doesn't really matter, but just look back at the year and be proud. Look at 2016 and say, this is amazing. And do it from a context, we always do it at New Year's. We celebrate New Year's, and that's amazing too. But also, it doesn't have to be New Year's, right? It can also just be just from a context whereby you take an hour out of your day in December and you just look back at your year. What went really well? What didn't go so well? What do you want to do better? What did you do so well that doesn't need to necessarily be a priority anymore? Do you want to shift your priorities? So again, guys, I hope this is making sense, and I hope you really do take the time, because you guys, you do rock. You do, in whatever way that might mean, but you do really rock. So you want to embrace that, and you want to look at it, and you want to see everything that you've accomplished, because often enough we are hard on ourselves, and that's sometimes good because we push ourselves, but at the same time you also want to see the flip side of the coin. And end of the year, December, it's time to look back and feel accomplished. All right, you've accomplished amazing things. So what I think would be an amazing idea is set a time, put it in your diary, find someone that's been there with you throughout the year, and just take the time to say, what is it you've accomplished? And for me, one of the big ones was starting my coaching business, getting my first coaching clients, and you need to push through that, and you need to look at your year and you have to figure out, you know, what stood out, you know? Jorge Lau saying, go Nico. Yeah, go Jorge, man. I mean, you know, everyone here has accomplished amazing things, and, you know, it needs to be acknowledged, you know, and if you don't acknowledge them, who will, you know? So you need to push yourself to look back at your year, surround yourself with the people that matter, and just take the time to enjoy that moment and reflect, you know? So guys, if you're watching this later, you want to comment, feel free to comment. I'm going to get back to my self-development event. I'm actually listening to amazing speakers, one in particular, Caleb Madex. I'll share a picture later. Actually got to meet him. Really cool guy. He's only 14 years old and already rocking on stage in front of thousands of people. So really impressive stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys are all rocking your weekends. Like I say, time to feel accomplished for 2016. Everything that you've done, you rock. And now we look to 2017 and a planning of 2017. So that will be interesting too. So yeah, hope this was useful, and I will be back on later, guys.